channel. Welcome to another video. Been a very long time since I've uploaded, and my last video was about servicing a Fiesta, and then I kind of just went AWOL and then didn't upload. So I'm trying to do a bit more content on cars for like TikTok and stuff, and then I'll also be doing some other videos. But basically this video is about retrofitting cruise control to an ST180 or any sort of Fiesta Mark 7 really. The first thing you're going to want to do is obviously make sure you get the cruise control switch installed. To do this, you will need to disconnect your battery and take out the airbag. To get the airbag out, you can do it two ways. You've got some holes that are down the side, and I'll see if I can show you. See where screwdriver holes have been there. You can do it, you got one each side. You can do it that way, and basically you hit a clip on each side and it'll pop the airbag, and then you can pull it out. The other way is on the back of the steering wheel. When you turn the steering wheel, you will need to take off this trim to do this one. You've got some holes there that you can get in through, but make sure that your battery is disconnected obviously before you attempt to do that. The second thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need one of these for ForScan. It's just an OBD2 adapter. It's got USB on the other end, and then you've got a switch. You can switch it from MS to HS. This is preset to HS. And then you're gonna need something called ForScan as well. So I'll show you what you need to do on the computer side. So let's hop on over to the computer. Just before we hop on over to the computer, obviously you're gonna wanna plug your OBD adapter down here. It helps if you have put it up the right way. It goes upside down on these. I was trying to put it in the other way, so yeah, make sure that's plugged in, and then get the USB and then plug that other side into your laptop. And then yeah, let's hop over to that laptop now, and we'll go from there. So once we're over on the laptop, what we're going to want to do is you're going to want to install some drivers for this adapter, which will be this. Just double click it, you'll get some pop-ups, just say yes to them, and then just click install, let it do its thing, and close it out. I'm not going to redo that because I already installed it. Then you're going to want to open up ForScan, and then it's going to ask you to turn your ignition on. So just turn that on and then press OK, and then it'll find my car because I've already done it before. No, I added it, but yours it won't find. So just select the region the car's from. So like if you're in, I don't know, Africa or Europe or whatever, just select the region, say yes to it. During the process, it may ask you like this to switch it, so just flick the switch the opposite way on the module that you plugged in, and then press OK, and then it will carry on. There we go, now we're in, and then you want to come down here to this configuration programming, and then we want to go into central configuration main and click start. Again, it's going to ask you to switch it, so just switch it the other way and press OK, and then turn the ignition off, press OK. There we go, perfect. And then the next thing, we want to come down here. Mine's already enabled because I did do this once, so yours will probably say, well, without cruise control, because you wouldn't have had it, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. Double click it, and then you'll get some options. It will be selected as without, so you want to select with cruise control, or if your car's got radar or sensors, then you can select any others of these, like if you've got stop and go, if you've got brake limit, stop and go and brake limit, but this doesn't have it, so I'm just going to click cruise control, but I've already programmed that to the car. Once you've programmed that, you want to scroll down to find the ASL, which is the adjustable speed limit. There it is. Before we can configure this, we need to drop down this menu here next to mode, and we want to do engineering 1 plus all editable, because this doesn't allow you to change it if you're not in engineering mode. So once you've done that, you want to select with ASL, press the tick, and then click right, yes, turn the ignition on, say OK, and then it'll go through and it should write it to the car. So let's just leave it to do that. Your dashboard may flicker and do some weird things, so just ignore it. It is doing its own thing and it will enable it. There you go. So that's been enabled. So just press OK to that. So once we've done the main central configuration, we want to come down to this one, BCMII, which is the backup for it. And then we want to click start. Obviously, make sure your ignition's on, and then it'll start reading it, and then switch it off. If it doesn't, you need to flick the switch on your module. So again, we're going to come down till we find cruise control. See, it says without. We're going to double click it, and then we're going to click cruise control. Press yes, and then right. Press tick. And then it'll write that to the secondary module. And then we can turn the ignition off and back on, press OK. And then we're going to do the same. We're going to go to the 1, and then that should say with cruise control. And then the 2 plus hidden should also say with cruise control. So that's it. Once you've done all that, just click the stop button, come back up here, and then we can disconnect. If you've done it correctly, once you go to the car, it should all be working. You've done the cruise control settings on the laptop. If you just press your ignition on, you should see your cruise control light come on. If it does, that means cruise control is visible to the car now. When you drive above 20 miles per hour, you just press the on button and then you should be able to adjust your cruise control. So yeah, thanks for watching.